The energy crisis in Russia's occupied territory of Transnistria, triggered by Russia's January 1st cutoff of gas supplies, is part of a broader Russian plan to manipulate and spread propaganda, Moldovan government spokesperson Daniel Voda said just yesterday.
Russian propaganda tries to create a story in which Moldova becomes a problematic actor, although the government has proposed clear solutions to avoid the crisis. This energy crisis is more than an economic problem. It is part of a larger Russian plan of manipulation and propaganda designed to create fear and discontent on both banks of the Dnister. Daniel Voda, Moldovan government spokesperson.
Gazprom, Russia's state-controlled energy giant, halted gas deliveries to Moldova, citing alleged unpaid debts by Moldova Gas. Moldovan officials disputed these claims, noting an international audit failed to verify these debts. Maybe because there are none? Transnistria, a Russian-occupied region since the early 1990s, relies heavily on Russian gas and has faced industrial collapse due to widespread power and heating outages. And this is exactly why Russia occupied it. When the Kremlin wants it, stages a collapse and shows the world, here, that is what is going to happen to you if you don't play along our imperial ambitions. This artificial Kremlin-made crisis reflects Russia's deliberate effort to create what Russia always creates, wherever it comes: fear and unrest. Nearly 72,000 private homes and 1,500 residential buildings in Transnistria are now cut off the heating and hot water, as Russian-backed administration says. However, Moldova previously offered help to Transnistria to purchase gas from Europe, but guess what? Exactly these Russian-backed local authorities rejected the proposal, claiming Western energy prices are, I quote, higher and unstable. The spokesperson Voda openly called the refusal a failure to cooperate for the benefit of the nation. Russian propaganda has sought to blame and turn Chisinau for the crisis, alleging that Moldovan authorities intentionally caused power outages to punish the region. Well, if we look back over the shoulder, Russia has never been too resourceful when it comes to political influence. It is almost always a straightforward, direct blackmail. Local Russian heads say Western gas is not cheap. Well, sure, it is not, as a cheap cheese is a sure sign of a mousetrap. The price of Russian cheap gas is 100-fold higher at the end of the day, because there is no gas. And while the rest of Moldova has transitioned to European energy supplies through Romania and has no problem with gas, heat or power whatsoever, Transnistria remained heavily dependent on Russian supplies and today pays its price for cheap and stable Russian gas, with dark streets and even darker perspective being blackmailed by the Kremlin.